Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're doing some after season special here, which is great to do. Ed was kind enough and available enough to join me tonight to talk about the latest free agency signing from the Jets. Not too much of a shocker, really, but Justin Fields is coming to the Jets, and as usual, I always like Eddie to start off and give me his opinion on what he thinks about this latest move.
Well, thanks. I did. I just was, when I saw that on my phone at work today, I thought, oh, we got to do a Zoom this week because big news on Jet World. But I'm happy with the move. If I'm not over the moon about it, but I think it's a decent move. I mean, obviously, well, the reports I'm reading is that if they fell in love with a quarterback at the combine, they wouldn't have made this move. So they didn't fall in love with anyone at the combine. So they felt
Mhm,
this was
mhm.
it's a 2-year deal. 30 million guaranteed. So even if they dump him after 1 year, it's not a crazy, right? Not a crazy cap hit. Um, we know we talked about he played with Garrett Wilson, he played with Jeremy Ruckert on the Jets, so maybe they'll be, the Jets. The joke is, they tried to rebuild the Green Bay team. Now they're trying to rebuild the Ohio State team. So we'll see how it goes. But he's young. What is he? I think he's 24, right? I mean, his pro numbers we all know are not that great, but he's a winner. I mean, I think he lost what 1 or 2 games in college total. And
Yeah,
he's I like the move. I'm not blown away by it, but I think it's a decent move. If they weren't blown away by any of the quarterbacks in the combine, they could have drafted or moved up for.
yeah, I call it a wet band-aid, like kind of like that barely sticks. I mean, listen, the jury's out. I mean, I've been wrong about every other quarterback that I thought was good. So I don't think Justin Fields is too good. So maybe that will be a sign that he's going to be something good. Anytime two different teams give up on a quarterback, that's not a good sign. But I understand why the Jets did it. I feel they did it, and I mean, I know the draft class isn't great. I feel like they did it. They're still going to draft a quarterback in the draft.
Yeah, I think that not one that they're going to start right away though. So they're going to
No,
so
no, right,
but yeah.
right, right. That being said, there was all kinds of excuses for Justin Fields not succeeding with the Bears and whatnot. Uh, and then, of course, I mean, for him not to succeed with Pittsburgh and Russell Wilson being there, I can see that Russell Wilson is probably head and shoulders better than Justin Fields in that kind of sense as well. But just to look at some stats when he was with the Steelers. Now, of course, he only played a total of 6 games. He was 4-2. So that could be like if he played a full season, it could have been a lot worse. But because he only played 6 games, he had 78.8 adjusted completion rate, which was sixth, 231 yards rushing, which was fourth. He had 10 TDs and one turnover, I believe, according to this. That's pretty impressive.
I'm looking right now too, 4-2. Let's see here. Let's see. I have 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I'm not sure where I get those stats from. The career stats with the Bears as a rookie, of course, I guess that was in 2021. It makes sense. He threw 7 TDs, 10 interceptions. We'll just let that one go. But with the Bears in 2022 and 2023, 2022 he had 17 TDs, 11 interceptions. 2023 he had 16 TDs, 9 interceptions. And then, yeah, with the Steelers, I see he had 5 TDs, 1 interception. That TD to interception ratio is pretty good. I like that. Usually it's like 50-50 for somebody who isn't that good. Uh, so that's a good thing. And his ratings up there pretty good also.
Yeah, he had 93.3. It was a decent rating.
you know. And then on the ESPN app, they say, what's the risk? Fields isn't a polished passer from the pocket since 2021, his rookie year. He ranks 29th in total QBR and 34th in completion percentage over expected. He showed some improvement at the start of last season with the Steelers, but he still got benched for Russell Wilson. So I guess the jury's out. Listen, he's playing basically for
He
his
can
career.
run too. I mean, he had 1,100 yards in 2022.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to be playing to show he can play because if he doesn't do it this time, he's going to be a backup quarterback for the rest of his career.
Or out of the NFL.
Yeah, yeah. So we're going to see what happens. I mean, I think we both agree, and some people I have really strong disagreements with this. I kind of sarcastically say anybody can be better than Rodgers only because he only won 5 games and he wasn't impressive at all. Or I can say how much worse can we do than only winning 5 games. So yeah, I mean, I like the idea that he's young. I like the idea that he's mobile. I hope he throws accurate passes. I hope something good happens. But I think they are basically with him looking at like a minimum. There's no more 500 season, but looking at winning because they're looking to get the ship in the right direction.
Agreed. And like I said, I like a young. I mean, he's young. He could run. He's got a history of winning. He's with two guys he won with in the past. Maybe who knows? Maybe it'll be a
Yeah.
decent year. Who knows? We'll see.
And you know what? All they can do is surprise us, I guess, at this point, right?
Yeah. Or disappoint us even more, Jed. We got a
well, we know that I think we kind of expecting disappointments. We're expecting to say, well, what did you expect this Justin Fields? So I think he can only, maybe surprise us because
I mean,
as Jet fans, we're not going to be, listen, we were shocked at how, I don't want to say, I guess some people get mad when I say how bad Aaron Rodgers played, but I mean, we're all shocked at Aaron Rodgers. I mean, so, at least with Justin Fields, we're not expecting that. And, we'll see. I think they also picked up a cornerback from Baltimore. They picked up a linebacker and a cornerback also.
They also we lost a tackle today, right? I think Moses signed with the Patriots, I think, right?
Is that what happened? I heard something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Moses signed with I think their tackles. Let me see, Moses. Let me see if
the Patriots. Wow. Yeah.
So I think Morgan Moses is signed with the Patriots. Yep, today. So they lost a tackle.
Wow. Yeah, I mean it's always interesting. So yeah, I mean I guess the draft is coming up next, and of course people are waiting to see what's going to happen with the Giants if it didn't happen already. I've been watching the news the last few minutes, but it's fun. Listen, this is what makes football a great sport. Everybody loves it, and it's exciting. So
today was the first day today was open for free agency, right? I mean a lot happened. I mean it's interesting.
We'll probably try to do something again when the
draft, right? Just do something for the draft
when the draft comes on, and then
maybe a pre and a post draft show.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll see what's available. We'll try to do that, and it makes it easy for us, and it keeps our few fans entertained. Meanwhile, so
all right, Dave. Before you go, that makes you a question, Dave. Now we got Justin Fields. What's give me a prediction for the year right now? Just with Justin Fields.
Well, just for Justin Fields, I mean, I look at the schedule, but with Justin Fields and a new coaching staff. I think I'm going to say we're going to win more than 5 games. I don't know how much better we're going to be than that. Whether we win 8 games, 7 games, I would say something around that area.
I would think 7 to 9 will be. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. In the 7
yeah, I mean, somebody would have to really stand out, like a couple of players, or it would be shocking if we won more than 7 games. I hope we win 7 games. Everybody else is so strong, Ed. That's the problem. That's the problem. The Patriots are going to be improved. The Dolphins are pretty much
Buffalo's
good.
Always Buffalo.
The Buffalo, whatever. So we're gonna have to see what to me, it's all coaching now. It's gonna be to see what happens. I mean, I like the attitude of Aaron Glenn, and maybe we'll see. Listen, I'm gonna say this again, and this is my thing I hang my hat on. We're gonna see in preseason how the Jets play. The starters, not the final score, but every single time I watch preseason football, the starters stink and the Jets stink during the season. I'm just saying that. It's been like that for as long as I can remember.
I agree. You know what we should do? I know I need
not the final score. Not like, hey, Dave, there were 5-0 in preseason, 4-0. No. What did the starters do before they got pulled? Did they do 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out? Then the season starts, and that's what happens. So that's my key. I'm not talking about the
final. I will be watching, obviously, a lot more preseason than I usually do for this year for that reason. New regime, new Justin Fields, got to get used to it.
Yeah.
So I will definitely be watching more preseason. And as you know, I'm a big Yankee fan, so I get into it's tough for me to get into football until close to the opening day, but I will be more this year. I will be more tuned into the preseason for those reasons. New regime, and I'm curious how Aaron Glenn's going to approach it. I hope we always talk about this. I hope he approaches preseason as, listen, I gotta get these guys into my system in what, 4 to 5 weeks.
It's really, Eddie, it's really simple. When I watch preseason football and I see the Jets can't march down the field, I don't care what string they're playing against. It's a problem. And I tell you, the season starts, and I see the same thing. I watched a preseason game where Sanchez threw a pick 6. And, I mean, it's just, it means something to me. It just means something. Not the final score. Let me see this starting offense, and it's not going to be the first game, maybe the 3rd game, whatever. I feel like 3 games now. But let me see them actually do something and show me they can move the ball and catch passes and throw accurate stuff to give me some confidence for the season. So.
But I think this year will be. I agree with you at this point. I think they will be more. It'll be more interesting to watch because they can't just mail it in preseason because it's a new system. It's a
Yeah.
new players. Justin Fields. It's gonna be interesting.
And even if Tyrod Taylor's still on the team, and I don't think Jordan Travis will be playing yet, but even to watch those quarterbacks play would be interesting if they get a chance too. So
Yes.
yeah. All right, Ed. Listen, thanks for the quick notice join, and I appreciate it. And we will get
us Jet fans. When there's big news, we gotta be ready to jump on an emergency press conference, right? Emergency Zoom.
We got to break on it quick. I'm going to try to get this out there ASAP. Thanks, Ed.
Thank you, Dave.
You got it. Bye-bye.